Hi, everyone. A very wonderful good evening to all of you. And I wish you all a very wonderful Happy New Year in advance. And before I start the role of my Sergeant at Arms, just I would like to take up a few comments as a takeaways, key takeaway of 2025. Few of you, if anyone is willing to share, please share your takeaway, the one learning, one insight which you are going to carry along with yourself in 2026, and that, or you might be making it the, I can say, the basic of your 2026, and that will be guiding you in 2026. So please, if possible, share. Anyone? For me, if you ask, yeah, Toastmasters Shobit, please.
Okay. 2025 has been like transformational to me in the sense that at the starting of it, I was in the city of Prayagraj where a massive event happened. And since then, I got to understand a bit more about life beyond the materialistic world. I've had my interest because of those experiences. And thus, in 2026, I want to jump into that sphere and explore more and maybe bring in some more positive changes in myself. So, with that note, I am looking to farewell 2025 and embrace 2026 with some positive transformations. Yeah, that's it. Thank you
That's
so much,
amazing.
Tosma Suraj. Over to you.
That's amazing. Anyone else? Please, Toastmasters.
Sure. Hi, everyone. So, I think my year was, I explored a lot this year. And I think as I'm entering the new year, I am less energetic in a good way, though. I had too much energy and I wanted to try a lot of things. And now I want to enter this year with, like, in a slower pace, at a slower pace, and just enjoy a few things and just slow down.
Great. So, if you ask me, the exploration has been a bit good for me. I have gone within a lot. A lot means several times, just with the help of a life coach. And that journey has been quite transformational, right? When you go within, that's something which is transformational. At the same time, it would be blissful. So I think that's there. When it comes to exploration, meeting with strangers and talking to them has been the core. And the thing which would I'll be carrying along with myself in 2026, finding the faults which are in me and the fear which I am having, but if I'm not aware. So just having that, getting more aware about that, and then working upon that would be the core of 2026. And thus I'll be embracing 2026 with my open hand, keeping my hands just outstretched. So with that, I'll start the I'll just welcome all of you. Today's meet, it's our 228th meeting, online meeting of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. And the mission of our club is to provide a conducive, supportive, and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And the general directions for the online session is to ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us to identify you easily. All speakers, role takers are requested to add the name of their role next to their name. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking the participants tab to rename yourself. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. Please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the day or the table topic master asks you to do so. Though today we are not having any table topic master as yet. Let the host and co-hosts handle all the controls. The Sergeant at Arms guidelines. Refrain from speaking about religion, sex, and politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she is delivering her speech, evaluation, or a report. Avoid conversation in chat publicly when someone is just speaking, as it may distract the speaker. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topics if it happens, of course, a session during that session to speak. Look out for the green, yellow, and red colored cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. Now, I would like to introduce someone on the stage who is the president of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, who hails from Shahjahanpur, UP, working as an investment banker, and he loves to watch cricket, ball, and listen to music. So I request everyone to please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Nikhil, who is the presiding officer for today's meet. Toastmaster Nikhil, please, handing over the baton to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for kicking off this meeting. And I would like to take a moment to welcome all the people present here. And thank you so much for taking out time to be here, be a part of this uh, last meeting of 2025 of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. Thank you to all the role players for taking up their respective responsibilities, and Toastmaster Suraj for coordinating with the role players. So, uh, as Toastmaster Suraj already kind of hinted, what is going to be the theme for today's meeting? That is, we are going to talk about personal and probably a few, uh, general events that happened in this year. And I would, before we move forward, actually, I see we have a few guests here, so would request the guests to please, uh, you know, uh, unmute yourself and give a brief introduction about yourself so that we get to know about you. And at the same time, I would also request all the people present here to please switch on your cameras and try to be more active in the meeting so that we can keep it more interactive and be more involved into the meeting. So, starting with guest Akansha. Guest Akansha, request you to please introduce yourself briefly.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Akansha Verma. I am from Lucknow. I have done my graduation in Saraswati Dental College, Lucknow, and I'm going to do my MBA from SDA Bocconi Asia Center, Mumbai, from June itself. I have been selected there, and I'm here at Toastmasters to enhance my public speaking skills. So yeah, here I am.
Thank you, Dr. Kansha. Just although I had a word with you, but how did you come to know about Toastmasters? If you could highlight that.
Yeah, so I was doing my coaching for the preparation of CAT. So the coaching name was IMS, and there was a teacher. His name is Tony Xavier. He has written a book. So I was going through the book, and there it was mentioned to like about the Toastmasters that it will enhance your personality and speaking abilities. So from there, I came to know about it.
Thank you so much, Akansha. And it just every single time uh, guests tell us how they came to know about Toastmasters, and especially the events like these that out of nowhere you get to know about Toastmasters. It's just makes me kind of proud as a member that the way we are, the way people are getting aware about our about the community as such. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Guest Akansha, for highlighting that.
Thank you.
Also, welcome. And we have few more people from outside the club, although they are part of different clubs and are have taken some roles and would be getting introduced by someone at some point of time in the meeting. But quickly, I would still like to just go to a few of them, starting with Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster
Hi,
Sanjeev Pathak from Lucknow
Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Toastmasters Club.
I think you should rotate your mobile. I think you have joined using your mobile phone. So
Yes, I am. Okay.
yes, now it's fine.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I'm Toastmaster Sanjeev from Lucknow Toastmaster Club. I I'm from Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. I serve to Indian Air Force, and I am a active member of this club. And I'm really fortunate to join this online meeting of this club. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanjeev. Uh, we next up, I would like to go to Toastmaster Ronak. So, since you guys are already Toastmasters, I would request if you could just let us know the your club and just a brief introduction about yourself.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Ronak Jaiswal, and I am from UGI Toastmaster Club, and I am a final year BTech student.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ronak. Toastmaster Yashika Verma.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. My name is Yashika Verma, and I am also a final year student in the same college from where Ronak belongs. Like, we are from the same college and the same year. And I am also from the UGI Toastmasters Club. I am the president there. So I think it's nice seeing everyone here back again. I mean, Toastmaster Nikhil, Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Shobit, so everyone here. So let's over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yashika. Good to see you again. Uh, Toastmaster Aditi.
Good morning, everyone. I am
Good.
Aditi Singh. I am from UGI Toastmasters Club and I am pursuing BTech from UGI and I am in second year.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Aditi. Uh, Last but not the least, Toastmaster Yogita.
Hi, I'm from Leaders Speak Club, and I have been into this meeting. I guess last time also I was there as an evaluator. So yeah, glad to be back on a Sunday evening. Looking forward. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita. And since before we move forward, since we have a guest here, I would like to reiterate the club mission. So we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And this is per se the club mission, but if you ask me, Toastmasters for me has been my safe haven for experimenting, for developing myself, not just my skills, but overall, not just my speaking skills, but overall personality. And I think that is something all the Toastmasters present here would agree to, that how they have developed after being part of this community. And hopefully, guest Akansha, you would be having a great time, and we will get to see you more often. So, with that, I would like to hand over the stage to myself, as I am the Toastmaster of the day as well, and like to take this meeting forward. So, everyone, 2025, I'm sure it's been the last 12 months have been full of experiences for you all, just like they have been for me. And a lot happened in this year. Uh, if I have to just recall some incidents, some good as and at the same time some not so good. Starting with first incident that comes to my mind is obviously the very recent event when the Indian women's cricket team won the World Cup for the very first time. Then, since I'm a cricket fan, I'm starting with that. And then the second I can recall is the Champions Trophy victory and the then obviously Toastmaster Shobit mentioned how can we not talk about the very uh, special and the probably one of the most uh, essential and biggest movements of 2025 is the the way Mahakumbh was organized and all the excitement around it and all the you know uh, the vibe that was that those that 1.5 month we had around us. So Mahakumbh happened, then some not so good events like the terror attacks, but at the same time some very strong replies like the Operation Sindoor. So those are few moments, few incidents that come to my mind when I think of 2025. And at the same time, there are a lot of events that I personally have had in my life that tell me how much I have grown, how much I have developed, and the kind of experiences that I have had in 2025. And at the same time, I believe you all must have also had number of personal experiences that I believe you would like to share, just like I want to share mine. And that is how we are going to keep this meeting very interactive, full of sharing our experiences, our insights, and just tell letting each other know how we have grown, what we have learned, the good moments, the bad moments, whatever you would like to share. So that is what we are going to talk about. But since we are a little late on the time limit, I would request I would quickly move to the first session. So just to brief you about the structure of a typical Toastmasters meeting. The meeting is divided into three segments. Initially, the meeting is kicked off by the Sergeant at Arms, taken forward by Toastmaster of the day, who runs you through the meeting around a particular theme. Then starts the first segment. There is a prepared speech section wherein a prepared speaker delivers their speech a prepared speech basically, wherein the purpose of the speech is to fulfill an objective laid under the pathway that he is following, which you will get to know about more if you're not a Toastmaster. And then the second section is the table topic section, wherein table topic master, kind of a host of the session, gives you a topic, more like an impromptu speech section, wherein you have to speak for a couple of minutes on an average. And then the third section is the evaluation section, wherein an evaluator would evaluate the speakers who have delivered their speeches, and the general evaluator would, along with his or her team, would evaluate the whole meeting as such. So those are the three segments. And before we kick off the first segment, I would like to call upon stage our general evaluator for today's meeting, so that she can share her brief us about her role and introduce her tag team, that is the timer, our counter, and grammarian, who would be keeping an eye on all the speakers and role players, and would be sharing their evaluations respectively at the end of the meeting. So I would like to take a moment to call upon stage Toastmaster Aditi. As she already introduced herself, Toastmaster Aditi is pursuing BTech in computer science from UGI. She loves painting in her free time, and she represents UGI Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditi. Toastmaster Aditi, are you there?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. As the general evaluator for today's meeting, my role is to observe and evaluate the overall quality of the meeting, including the speakers, role speakers, and the smooth flow of the session. Before we move ahead, I would like to introduce my support team who will help me to evaluate different aspects of the meeting. Our timer. So for the timer, we have Toastmaster Ronak, who is a final year student from UGI Toastmaster Club who loves traveling and enthusiast in AI and ML. Toastmaster Ronak.
Hello. Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. As the timer for today's meeting, my role is to keep track of time for each speakers and ensure that everyone stay within their allotted time. Today's the time limits are as follows. For the prepared speeches, there is 7 minute. For the table topic, 1 to 2 minutes, and for the evaluation, the time is 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at the minimum time, yellow card at the midway, and red when the maximum time reaches. I will note down the time taken by each speaker and present the report at the end. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Aditi. Over to you.
Now, I would like to call the grammarian of today's meeting, Toastmaster Anushka. She has a background in engineering and economics. She is someone who loves exploring ideas, asking questions, and constantly learning new things. She will be listening for effective languages and the word of the day. Toastmaster Anushka, please explain your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditi. Hi everyone, I'm Anushka and I'm grammarian for the day. And as the grammarian, I'll be providing you the word and phrase of the day that I'll share in a minute. Apart from that, I'll look out for good vocabulary usages. So use fancy words, use your fancy phrases, as I'll be keeping account on those. And lastly, I'll also listen in for some major grammatical errors and mistakes. And I won't point out who made a mistake, but I'll point out some themes that we can work on as a group. And so let's share the word and phrase of the day. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. All right, so the word of the day is serendipity. Now, serendipity means finding interesting or valuable things by chance. Basically, you guys obviously understand what good luck or fortunate events mean, right? So winning a lottery is a thing that is fortunate. It's good luck. But serendipity goes a step beyond that. So it's good luck and alignment. For instance, they found each other by pure serendipity. So good luck plus alignment is serendipity. You can think of it as winning a lottery is good luck, but winning a lottery when you're actually in dire need of money is serendipity. It's a noun. Try to use it today or later on. And one interesting thing about this word is it's a relatively new word. It was coined in 1754. I don't know by whom, but I know it was a British guy. And he was inspired by this story called Three Princes of Serendip. Now, Serendip is the old word for Sri Lanka. And the story itself had a tale themed around finding things by chance, alignment, and good fortune. So that's why he coined this term. So remember it. Serendipity. Serendip means Sri Lanka. And moving on to phrase of the day, that's all hat and no cattle. Now, again, I'll explain why this came into being because that helps understand it. In Western US, cowboys were a huge thing during 1800s and 1900s. And cowboys were usually people who had animals and cattle and took care of them. Now, cowboys wore fancy hats. And so this phrase basically means you're someone who's wearing this fancy hat, but you don't really have your cattle or resources or real proof to support what you're talking about. So it basically means like you pretend to be something you're not, you pretend to be more than you are, and you are not able to back up with any real proof. As an example, he promised huge profits, but never delivered. He's all hat and no cattle. I hope you guys find it interesting and use it today. I'll keep a note of it And I think that's about it. All right. Thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster Aditi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nushka. Now we have our counter, Toastmaster Manvi, a biotechnologist who turned into psychology enthusiast. She is pursuing PGD in training and development from ISTD Delhi. Her keen interest lies in interacting with the people, making friends, and giving surprise. Toastmaster Manvi, can we please have you on the stage?
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Being the AHA counter of the meeting, I'll be helping everyone who speaks today during the either the speech or their roles with how much time the crutch words or pause fillers were used. During the meeting, I even will listen to the overused words, including and, well, but, so, you know. I will also listen to the filler words, including as, us, and I'll note the repeated words and phrases such as this means, you know. At the end of the meeting, I'll be sharing my report with you all. But before that, I do have a small suggestion too, because again, the count can be taken by anyone, but how we can actually replace all these words and fillers is with a pause. If you're not confident what you have to speak next, take a second, pause, breathe, let your mind think, and then speak instead of just filling the gaps with uh, pause, breathe, and then speak. This will for sure help you. And trust me when I say this, taking a pause might feel uncomfortable to the speakers, but for the people who are listening to you, it comes out as if you are very confident and something mysterious or something exciting is about to come. So this will serve a dual purpose today. If you will try to incorporate it while you will be speaking. So I'll be sharing my report during the journal evaluation session when the journal evaluator will call upon. That was all from my side, being the AHA counter of the meeting. The stage is all yours, Sushma Aditi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, and thank you, my team, for the wonderful explanation of all the roles. I will look forward to hearing everyone's contribution and will share overall evaluation at the end of the meeting. I'll be looking at everything in the meeting going on and will be back with my report and my tag team when called by the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, and to your tag team for briefing us about your roles and responsibilities. We look forward to your reports at the end of the meeting. Now, start carrying on with the theme for today's meeting, that is 2025 recap. I'm sure, to be honest, I have so much to share that probably 2 hours will not be sufficient for it. But still, if I have to start my sharing my experiences, the very first thing that comes to my mind was the very first Toastmasters meeting of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow in 2025, wherein we had our beloved Toastmaster Smita. She's not present in this meeting. She was a TMOT, and I mean, all those who know her know the kind of sessions that she takes. And it was one of those sessions, and wherein she uh, helped us kind of to strategize, if I'm not able to find the more appropriate word, to strategize how to go about in the new year that was 2020 2025. And therein she gave us, I'm not sure if it was Suraj or other people present here remember, but she asked us to have an to keep an alarm, and or at least a note wherein you have to write that 2025 is going to my biggest and bestest year yet. And back then I didn't really put a lot of emphasis on it, and just because she said I did it, I had this alarm of 6 a.m. and I put this remark: 2025 is going to be my biggest and bestest year yet. And obviously we talked so much about manifesting back then. At that time also I was uh, in the middle of chasing my I would say my slot in the district finals, as we were having our contest back then. So it all started back there, and the manifestation kicked in, I would say, and not just district finals. I managed to reach there, obviously, but at the same time, so many good things have happened in 2025, and every single morning I wake up, this alarm. Whenever this alarm rings at 6 a.m. Although I snooze it a few times, but still I get to see it on my screen that 2025 is going to be my biggest and bestest year yet. And I can vouch for it that you call it serendipity or you call it luck, but this has worked for me, and this is something I am not able to realize, that how it has worked, but this has definitely worked for me. So that is how my 2025 started, and at the same time, the biggest highlight for this year, for me at least, have been my uh, achievement of being there representing my division at the district level, which again, that was something I never thought I would be able to do. I Every single time I was about to give my speech, I was nervous as hell. And Toastmaster Manvi is here. She is one of the people who have seen this journey of mine very closely, and every single time I used to reach out to her, shaking on call or on WhatsApp messages, shaking that Manvi, what should I do? Or how did I do in my speech? How should I prepare and all? But she has been throughout, and she can vouch that this how much I have grown in this journey. It's not about achieving a particular milestone, but the journey, the growth that you see in that journey. So that is something that has stood out for me, at least in this year. And I believe there are people who have achieved certain things in 2025, and I would like to hear from you. Maybe Toastmaster Suraj, Toastmaster Yashika, Akansha, you can also unmute yourself and share your experiences. Anyone who would like to share, please.
Sure, why not? I'm just recollecting the moment, the session that was conducted by Toastmaster Smita ma'am, and now I'm just realizing that how that word even impacted my life, throughout 2025. And I can say that life is also all about creating good memories, right? Though you will also have bad memories along the way, but forgetting about that and then focusing only upon the positivity helps us a lot. I can say that every month, or sometimes uh, in a month, each week, there has been something good, something great happened in my life in 2025, which I still, I will be carrying, as a great memories. And so many memories I have created in this year, right from January and again in December as well, meeting several celebrities to having the insights from those people directly, right? And for example, I can just share one uh, example. 2 days back on 25th of December, I just met Mr. Shantanu. I think most of you might be knowing him, the aide of late Mr. Ratan Tata, right? He launched his second book, and then I was there, and then I was having a chit chat with him. So he is such a great guy. Like, as soon as you get around the such person, definitely you have the vibes. So similarly, there was a moment when I penned down a story about the me how I met a person last year, and then how our bond has reached such a level. And then I just jotted down that story, penned down that story, and then I just gave it a form of very short PDF, right? and then I just gave her, and then when I just got to know that when she was reading, she was caught, having tears in her eyes. So that was also a moment I could touch upon someone's heart. And it does, I would say, as a Toastmaster as well, I would say that as a VP Ed, this tenure has, not just this tenure, even last tenure has taught me a lot. So there have been a number of things to share, but now I think I would like to give someone else the opportunity to speak upon it. Thank you
Thank you
back
so
to
much.
Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for sharing your experience. And I would definitely like to ask a few more people to share their experiences. But before that, let's move to the very first segment of our Toastmasters meeting, that is the prepared speech section. And to call upon the stage for the very first speaker, I would like to firstly call their evaluator on the stage so that they can share the purpose and objective of our speaker's speech. So I would like to call upon a stage Toastmaster Yogita, evaluator of Toastmaster Yashika's speech, to please share the objective of the speaker's speech.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. So Toastmaster Yashika Sharma has introduced herself. She is a fourth year BTech student from Prayagraj, currently the president of UGI Toastmasters Club, and also the associate district PR manager of District 124. She loves to read and bake. She's attempting her level 5 project 1, and she's attempting her high performance leadership first speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply the leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. And the purpose of the first speech is for the member to introduce what their plan and vision is. Timer, please note the speech length would be from 5 to 7 minutes. Her speech title is Archipelago Building a Leadership Lab. Over to you, Toastmaster Yashika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita. And I might want to do a small correction. This is the second speech of the Level 5 Project 1. So please take that into the account.
Okay.
So, thank you. So, Toastmasters, fellow leaders, and guests that are present in the meeting room. Imagine a map of an ocean. You see beautiful islands, but they are all miles apart. They might seem clustered when you look at the map, but in reality, they are miles apart. And that was our executive committee. We weren't just a team, we were an archipelago of silos. We had our president from the fourth year, who was kind of isolated on her own island. We had two besties, one of whom is present here right now in the meeting, who only spoke to each other majorly. We have another pair of besties who obviously spoke to each other most of the times. And then we had the lone boy, a solo explorer with no crew. We were in the club, in the same meeting, but we weren't in the same world. Today, I want to show you how my high performance leadership project built the bridges that finally connected those islands. Our leadership wasn't just fragmented, I should tell you, it was heavy. Our VPPR always felt like he was carrying a mountain. Between content creation, hashtags, and strategy, he was drowning. Or that was my take of him. So we thought of introducing the position of Associate Vice President Public Relations. And by introducing this position, we didn't just give him a helper, but we also gave him a teammate. And now that the load is shared, the creative energy has doubled and the VPPR can finally breathe. Now, next up is our treasurer. In our college, she isn't just a member, but she is the Dean CRC. For most of you who don't know, CRC stands for Corporate Relations Center. She is an incredibly busy woman whose time is premium. And by implementing the associate treasurer position, we ensured that the club's involvement never wavered, and we always had a treasurer in the form of the associate treasurer. The associate handles the day to day operations in the dean's state, allowing the dean to provide high level guidance while the associate gains hand on experience in the college's financial heart. But what about the silos, the besties, and the lone explorer? To fix the fragmentation of the upcoming executive committee, we implemented a cross pollination system. We didn't just recruit individuals, we think of creating mixed team spirits. We pair the member from, like, suppose, pair a member from one of the bestie group with the lone boy for specific tasks. We could suggest a new structure for the incoming team, the mandatory duo projects. For example, the VPPR and the secretary must collaborate for a monthly newsletter. And by forcing these interactions outside of their comfort zone, we have ensured the upcoming XCOM won't be a collection of cliques, but it will be a unified front. Now, let's make it a little interactive. Guys, give me a heart if you ever felt like the club's leadership, I mean, the XCOM was divided into certain parties. Okay. I see Toastmaster Manvi. Okay, I see Prerna as well. She is from my XCOM, so she definitely will do it. I see Toastmaster Suraj as well. Great job. And give me a party icon if you ever had a member who was way too busy to deal with the XCOM responsibilities and stuff. You might be having a member who was too busy to deal with the XCOM. Okay, we have a lot of people, a lot of responses. So look at that. We aren't alone in this. Every club has islands, and we just need to build the bridges. So through my 360 evaluation, my team and the guidance committee that I formed taught me that most of the important lessons is leadership is a social engineering. I learned that you can't hope people will work together. You have to design the roles like we did for the associate positions so that the collaboration is inevitable. I learned that my job was not just to manage the cliques, but to give them a common mission that was bigger than their personal motives or their friendships or their personal scenarios or whatever you may call. So today, our fourth year president, which happens to be me, isn't alone. Our lone boy has team, the dean has the support she deserves, and the besties are happy as always. So don't let your club be an archipelago. Build the associate roles, break the silos, and turn your leadership into a lab where everyone has a seat at the table. And back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Great speech, Toastmaster Yashika. Kudos to you for highlighting the issues within the EC, as we all face some issues, but at the end of the day, it's all about working together and just helping each other to carry out their responsibilities. So thank you so much for that. And I myself have been, I would say, the culprit a few times, so cannot complain. But again, so thank you so much. Go to Toastmaster Yashika, and kudos to delivering such a nice speech. Next up, we have our second speaker for today's, and to introduce him and state the objective of his speech, I would like to call upon stage his evaluator, Toastmaster Ronak.
So again, good evening, every fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. As I evaluator for the today's speaker, my role is to observe, appreciate, and suggest way to grow. It gives me great pleasure to evaluate Toastmaster Sanjeev, who is a proud commerce graduate and currently serving in the Indian Air Force. At present, I am at present he is the culturally rich city of Lucknow and member of Lucknow Toastmaster Club, and He is going to present the speech titled "Alignment of Thoughts from the Pathway from the Pathway wa- level 2 path level 2 speech first." Over to you, and would like to come on the screen.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ronak. And good evening, everyone. Hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
So, I would like to ask you one thing. When was the last time you thought of something, you said to yourself, and acted the same? Most of the time, we don't do. So, welcome to the world of misalignment, where our thoughts are different, our words are different, and our actions are also different because we are completely misaligned. In Sanskrit, we listen a very good words like mansa, vacha, and karmana. It means what you think, what you speak, and what you act all are aligned together. This is called alignment of these three things. It is very important for individual to align those three things because when these three things are aligned, it increases your confidence. Your self-esteem grows. Your confidence level is on the top. You start trusting yourself. It boosts your inner energy because in the deep inside, you are just doing what you're saying to yourself. But practicality is different. Do we do what we say? It's winter going on. It's chill in the morning. I say to myself, I'll be waking up at 6 o'clock. I'll go for the morning walk or morning run. This is my thought. Before sleeping, before hitting the bed, I promised myself. Alarm is set. I am ready. Shoes, and running shoes, clothes, all are set. Just to wake and hit the road with your passion. But when there is an alarming situation at 6 o'clock, I put the snooze button. I say, I think I should plan someday else. So this is what misalignment. If all these things are misaligned, how we are going to improve ourselves? So let me tell you the challenges that we face to align Mansa, Vacha, and Karmana. First, comfort zone. We just do not want to stretch our comfort zone because we have a fear. We have a fear if I inculcate the discipline thing, how will I see for 8 hours in a day? How will I keep scrolling on the Instagram? We have a fear of comfort zone. For that, you have to commit yourself that if I have said to myself, no matter what happens, I'll do. For example, recently I said to myself, I will be doing 10 pull-ups in a one row, but end up doing nothing because I thought I spoke, but I did not do. What if I say I'll not do 10, but I will at least hang on the pull-up bar? It will align your action. Second challenge, over promising, under delivering. We do not set optimal challenges. We have a tendency to promise ourselves in a Herculean way. We promise a lot, but when it comes to the delivery, we are not delivering. I'm saying I'll hit the gym, but I'm not going there. I say I'll go in the morning, but till the evening, I keep postponing. What if I say I'll go at 3 o'clock at the gym and I'll work out for an hour? Another thing is friend zone. If you choose your friends, your circle with the same mindset, alignment of Mansa, Vacha, Karmana becomes easy. It becomes super easy because you are seeing the same thing, what is necessary. And participating with them makes your action, thoughts, and words align. Study and psychology also suggest when you create an environment with the same mindset, your personality grows drastically. What is the next challenge? Next challenge is self-awareness. We lack self-awareness. Either we are not introspecting ourselves very much, or we are not writing about ourselves. We don't know our strength, our weakness. When we are aware about our strength, our weakness, where I am lacking, where I am being distracted, what is the time that gives me boosting thing? If I am able to win my morning, am I able to justify with the night time? No. If you have a self-awareness, it becomes easy. So these are the challenges. So aligning these three things, just do not change your mindset, it changes your life. It changes everything you see, everything you perceive. And let me tell you, if what you think is truthful, what you say is encourageous, and what you do is brave, your life is going to definitely change. So I urge each and every one of you to please align your words, thoughts, and actions. Thank you. Handing over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanjeev, for delivering such an impactful speech. And I personally can't agree more regarding this, the alignment of our thoughts with our actions. So, what I have also observed, there are so many instances when, for example, it has at least I have observed for myself that there is kind of a misalignment between our expectations and our actions, and wherein sometimes we set expectations very high, and we are not able to do justice with our actions. So that kinds of creates a lot of trouble. At least for me, it has created a lot of trouble in my life. And uh, but thank you so much for highlighting that, and uh, make, uh, bringing this up uh, to my to-do list for next year, that I have to find alignment between my expectations and my actions. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanjeev. Moving forward, I would like to request any one of you to please share your experiences, maybe good experiences and not so good experiences, learnings, or whatever you want to that you have experienced in 2025. Anyone who would like to have a go? Toastmaster Sankhya, Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Prerna. Come on, I cannot believe you guys had such boring 2025 that you do not have anything to share. Toastmaster Sankhya has unmuted himself, but Toastmaster Anushka, would you like to share your experiences?
Yeah, sure. I mean, because nobody else is speaking, so I will just share something. I started my last year by going for yoga training, and I did it in January 2025. Now it feels like this is the only prominent thing I did this year. And I had a very funky year when it comes to yoga. I had an injury in my back because of this training program. Because I was sick beforehand. I was in US. I had COVID 2 3 times, and I had walking pneumonia. And I came back to India, and I just went to Rishikesh for this program, and that wasn't a good idea. But anyways, long story short, I injured my back, and I wasn't able to practice yoga well for a while. I took up some weight trainings, some other ways to uh, get better. And finally, I'm in a stage where I'm able to do yoga again. And I felt kind of this agitation this year, because I was like, this year I really want to do a lot of yoga. I really wanted to get to a phase where I can start feeling like I can maybe train people. But I'm still in the phase where I have to do it myself and learn for myself. And what happened a few days back is I tried something that I've never tried. It's called yin yoga, where you actually have to hold poses for like 2 3 minutes. And I'm a flexible person, so I didn't think that would be challenging. I did it. I did an 1 hour class, and it was really nice. It was so peaceful and so relaxing. But this is very personal actually, but I'm sharing it with the group. But after a few hours, I felt this sudden release of a lot of emotions. Like, I have heard people talk about chakras and people talk about these spiritual alignment things when it comes to yoga. Because when I was practicing yoga, there were people who came for yoga nidra, other practices of yoga. I went for Ashtanga, which is a more physical, militarized form of yoga. And I just felt it, and I just felt a lot of release. And I just feel very happy that in the beginning of the year, I was very focused on yoga. I was like, I want to do this. And somehow it didn't work as I wanted it to. But all of a sudden, it's back. Like, the juju is back. All of a sudden, I'm feeling I'm actually aligned with my path again. So that was a really good experience. I think, like, like a whole circle. And so I'm ending my year a bit more calm because of that. Because I feel like things I've tried this year, like Toastmaster, like yoga, like painting, and some other things that I've tried this year really work well for me. And I just really don't need to change anything anymore. I just need to stick to what I've discovered this year a bit. That's about it. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka, for sharing your experience. And I was about to say that when you said that probably it's the only good thing you did in this year. So I was about to mention Toastmasters, but you covered it up. So kudos on that as well. That reminds me of something. Actually, one good habit that I started in 2025 is I moved to Ahmedabad in mid-August 2025, and obviously I literally had no one that I can call a friend or a relative there. I was completely unknown, moved to an apartment, and then best thing I started was going on morning walks. And there was this walking path, newly built walking path behind my building, and I started going there. And over time, in these last 2 3 months, I made a few. Obviously, it's very relaxing to go there around 6 7 in the morning. That's one separate thing. But then there's so many people I come across, on a daily basis, that we do not know each other's name. We do not know what we do. We do not even speak. But every single morning we see each other. There's this, a hi, without raising your hand, just acknowledging each other's presence. And this just this felt so good, that although they do not know me, but every day it kind of made me go there. And it just gives me a lot of happiness to see their faces in the morning. They're walking, trying to be it for a better shape, or for a more energetic morning mentally. But this is a very good habit that I have developed in this year. So you just reminded me of that. But obviously, I'll try to reach out to few more members. But given the lack of time, I would like to start the second session for this meeting. But Toastmaster Shobit is not here actually, so I would like to request Toastmaster Suraj uh, to take up the table topic master role. Toastmaster Asankya has something to
No,
share.
I'm not taking it up. I was in discussion with my mentee, Toastmaster Prerna. She can take it up. Yeah.
Okay, so Toastmaster Prerna, would you like to take up the table topic master role?
Yes, I will take it. Just a second.
Okay, so in the meantime, Toastmaster Prerna is again another very active member from UGI Toastmasters Club, and a very regular face at our Toastmasters Club of Lucknow meetings as well. She has delivered number of speeches. She has taken so many roles, and one of the very jolly kind of Toastmasters I have come across in my Toastmasters journey. And but yeah, and once again, she has uh, taken up another role to help us conduct our meeting in a structured manner. Over to you, Toastmaster Prerna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. Before coming to the role of table topic master, I would like to greet you all and tell you that tomorrow is my exam, and I'm taking this role. I don't know why, but yeah, I want it to do so. So yes, Okay, so
I appreciate you taking this role, but never really wanted anyone to stress their limits to this extent.
no, actually, the exam is not yet fixed, so I can take this as stress too.
Sure, sure. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so let me start with the very first topic, and I'm not joined with my laptop, so I am struggling right now because I don't know how to use this app from my phone. Okay, so my very first topic. Anybody who wants to volunteer? Toastmaster Nikhil, you are muted. Or am I muted? I
Toastmaster
can't.
Prerna, I request if you could just brief us about the rules since we have guests in the meeting.
Sorry, I forgot. Okay. So basically, a table topic session is an impromptu speaking session where I would be giving some topics and you have to speak for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Where in 2 minutes there will be a green card. In 2 minutes 30 seconds there will be a yellow card, and 3 minutes there will be a red card. And you may have 30 minutes of upper and lower buffer both.
A
Okay.
small correction to Sabrina. The table topic is of 1 to 2 minutes timing, and
Sorry.
we only have 30 seconds on the above side. That means any table topic speaker has to speak for minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minute 30 seconds. And the green card will be shown by Toastmaster Ronak at 1 minute. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card will be shown, and at 2 minutes, the red card will be shown. Please note you still have 30 seconds to wind up your speech. And that was all from my side. Toastmaster Prerna, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, for correcting me. Now, the first one who wants to volunteer. Who's the first one who wants to volunteer? Or I should take out the names.
I'll volunteer.
Okay, Toastmaster Suraj. So the first topic is 1 year resolution I made in 2025 and immediately broke it. Toastmaster Suraj, 1 year resolution I made in 2025 and immediately broke it. Toastmaster Suraj.
Perfectly chosen topic. Toastmaster Prerna, thank you so much. So I still remember when it was the very first meeting of 2025 of the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, and I was Sergeant at Arms, right? And let me tell you, I am the person who is go-to Sergeant at Arms of the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow, right? And during that Sergeant at Arms role, I made a resolution that in this year I'll complete my current pathway. And let me tell you, so I was quite excited, quite energetic, and quite committed at that moment. And there's a quote, right? If you want to do something, दुनिया के सामने ढिंढोरा पीट दो, right? But I tried doing that. I tried just to copy that particular word. But when it comes to action upon all these speeches, it's it's time when 2020 we have to say a goodbye to 2025, and I haven't taken a single step or even a single project after what I left, where I had left that project. So leadership pathways, of course, and I still just think that I know the people who were present there, like Toastmaster JK, Toastmaster Smita, Toastmaster Archita, and Shubham, Toastmaster Nikhil, most probably. They might not be remembering, but that my own resolution is still haunting me. But and that's why I'm not going to make any more resolution. Just you, if you want to do it, just do it. No more Dhinora Pitna in front of the world, or especially in front of the Toastmasters. So that's all. That's the resolution which I made early in the 2025, and now I have to say, bid adieu to 2025 with a very but I won't be harsh on myself. That's okay. I'll show a little more compassion towards myself so that I can excuse myself. So back to Toastmaster table topic bar. Master, sorry.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj. And I would say that yes, if you are making any resolution, don't tell it to anyone. I feel it. Now, next, who want to volunteer? Or I may choose
I
someone.
can. Also, I
Okay.
have one thing to say before we start. Is there a timer for this? And if yes, I can't see the colors changing.
Yes, there is a
I have
time.
showed the first card.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I think timer can be pinned so that whenever he says the
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
pin.
it will
I have
be useful.
thank you.
Okay. So, the next topic, Toastmaster Anushka.
Yes.
If procrastination were an Olympic sport, what medal would you win this year? If procrastination were an Olympic sport, what medal would you win this year? Toastmaster Anushka, over to you.
I think depending on the season, I can win a bronze, a gold too sometimes. I think this season I've been very lazy. I don't feel like doing much because I did a lot of experiments this whole year. And as the year is ending, I'm trying to relax, and hence I am procrastinating a lot more than I usually do. I think there's something called healthy procrastination. I did read about it, or maybe not, maybe it's in my head. I think there's sometimes we really need to just take a break and let whatever we've learned and sit back and just relax to really inculcate it. There's something funny I used to do when I was in college. I would study and sleep and study and sleep. So, right before an exam, like you have an exam tomorrow, right? And so, right before an exam, I would be like, the whole day I would be there because I was always as someone who'd study at the last minute for some subjects, especially the ones I didn't really like environmental science, especially in college. That's just not useful. I would just study and sleep. And my friends used to be like so shocked with my behavior. But I realized what I was doing. I was actually giving myself some break, some rest to take this in. There's so much information. So I think procrastination is kind of healthy. And right now I'm winning it. I'm a gold medalist for sure in December. And I think some people probably know, Suraj especially probably know that I haven't been on to my speeches and everything as much this time. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Thank you so much.
I would relate it to very nicely because yes, I was there in the hostel preparing for my exams but sleeping for the whole day. But no worries, it happens when you, especially when you are in college. So, my next topic. Because tomorrow is the exam of Constitution of India, so I have something based on it. So, who would like to come to test their COI? Anybody from the audience? Or I should pick? Okay. I think I have to take that pleasure of calling someone. Okay, the pleasure of calling someone who called me for this role, Toastmaster Asankhya. If he would come, he is here. No. Then Toastmaster Nikhil.
Josnas Asanke is here. Why are you not speaking, Asanke?
Okay, I'll give
Okay, I'll
him
take.
next topic.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
Toastmaster Nikhil, defend your worst decision of this year like a lawyer. Defend your worst decision of this year like a lawyer. Toastmaster Nikhil, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prerna, and apologies for taking that break of a few seconds. But trust me, it's just very hard to find wrong decisions because I do not make many. And but anyway, I could if I have to pick a few wrong decisions, I would say uh, not exactly wrong decision, but a tough decision maybe of joining this new job that I'm currently working in. I had to I mean, there were so many red flags, honestly. I had to sign a bond. Who signs a bond for a job, but I did. Then I had to move to Ahmedabad. Who moves to Ahmedabad when you can be in Delhi and just inhale all the air there that you will not find in Ahmedabad. But I still chose to move to Ahmedabad. Then I I didn't know that the previous job I was working for probably 5 hours a day, but and damn it, I mean, I wanted to work for 10 hours a day, so I joined this job, and now I still. So that's one of the reasons actually that I'm not very much active now in Toastmasters. But again, I have to defend it. So this job has been such a great experience for me that I do not get time to call home, and that I do not get time to talk to my friends, that I do not have to cook food, because I come very late and generally have my dinner in my office only. So those has been a few perks that I've had of this job from this job, and trust me, I mean, ignore the tears in my eyes, but I'm seriously loving my job. But and on a serious note, uh, there's been a lot of learnings, honestly. Now I have to say some good things since things can go viral these days. So I really enjoy my my work profile there. I get to work with, and this is on a serious note, I really get to learn a lot from my seniors, get to work with people who have proven their mettle in the industry, and to get to work with them for face to face there, uh, interact with them day in day out. It's been full of learnings, and I think I made a good choice. Over to you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. Just a request, can you please share the contact details of your company so I can share that
Yeah,
recording to them? But no doubt, you are like nice, you're enjoying it, so it's nice. I'm also enjoying my study. Yes, I
yeah,
am. Okay, so for the next topic, anybody who wants to volunteer? Now, for this topic, I think I should call Toastmaster Asankhya. And Toastmaster Asankhya, you have to be here. I think he's listening, but he's ignoring us. No worries. Toastmaster Manvi.
Yes, I can take up the topic.
Okay. So the topic is, if 2025 was a dish, what would be your menu? Toastmaster Manvi, if 2025 was a dish, what would be your menu? Toastmaster Manvi, over to you.
I'm not sure about menu, but as soon as Table Topic Masters spoke about 2025 being a dish, the only thing that came into my mind was a pani puri, what we call it, a golgappa. Wondering why? Because it is sweet in nature. It even is spicy in nature. It has a crunchy flavor, but still, as soon as we put it in our mouth, it blasts. And that is something that we all love. Almost all love. I am not sure about every single individual, but most of the people like it. In the same way, 2025 for me was a roller coaster ride wherein there were many sweet moments along with my family, my friends, my cousins, but there were spicy moments that I didn't like. We usually have all these roller coasters wherein we learn, we grow, we smile, we cherish. And something that I personally loved in 2025 was instead of being just a roller coaster, it even gave a lot of lessons to me. And something that I personally thought while even in the meeting today, someone was saying that there are difficult situations, but at the end, it is all about how we work together. But you know what, guys? For me, it was not just about working together. It was about the self respect I have, the people around me, who the people around me are, and not just about self respect, but the values my parents taught. Because even if we'll work together and In the meantime, on the personal end, I lose my self-respect. I lose what the values were taught by my parents. I think I'll not be the human I was. So, for me, working together might be the second priority, but the very first priority for me is staying up with the values that I was taught in last 22, 25 years. Being that confident girl who went into different situations, may it be sweet, may it be spicy, still love that blast that Pani Puri usually do when it goes into our mouth. So, Toastmaster Prerna, along with these lessons, along with sweet, spicy, crunchy blast, Golgappa or Pani Puri was the dish that I personally believe 2025 was for me. What is that one dish that you believe 2025 was for you? Over.
I think it was an half cooked chapati. Because yes, I daily eat that half cooked chapati in my hostel, but there were things which were half cooked means I have learned, and there were things which are needed to be learned. So yes, that's why. Just a minute. Sorry. So yes, that's why I could say that my year was an half cooked chapati. So the next topic and the next speaker, I think guest Akansha. Would you take the topic?
Yes, I can go next.
Okay, so the topic is what should I choose for you? Okay, so the topic is something I thought is needed, but that wasn't. Something I thought was needed, but that wasn't. Guest Akansha, over to you.
I guess prioritizing someone else is not required. Many a times, it's best to prioritize yourself over, like many a times it happens. This year, I think in 25 years of me being alive, this was the worst year for me. And yeah, so I think I have to prioritize myself. This is my New Year resolution for 2026. And yeah.
Okay, that is a very nice thing I could say. Um, Anybody else who want to volunteer, or I should end it up because I think you guys are not enjoying it. Nobody is taking it up. Okay, Toastmaster Yogita. So the topic is, and it would be the last topic. Okay, Toastmaster Yogita. 1 year resolution you made and broke immediately. Toastmaster Yogita. 1 year resolution you made and broke it immediately.
Hi, Toastmaster Prerna. I guess the topic has already been given. Am I supposed to speak on the same? Is it fine?
No, it's not been given.
Okay, then my bad. Can you please come again with the topic?
1 year resolution you made and broke immediately. 1 year resolution you made and broke immediately.
If I had to talk about 1 year resolution, it would be unfair to myself because I repeat this cycle every year. No, I'm not telling you I'm a lazy person. I'm just telling you that I make resolutions pretty quick. I don't realize the longer impact, and then sooner or later, if even if I try not to break them, they get broken. So I'll just speak about this year. Let's not negative and let's not make 2026 negative by just talking about what resolution I have in my mind. So in 2025, I took a resolution that no junk food. And in the evening, I was invited to a New Year party from the one of my office colleague, wherein I Actually, I had to go because of a future prospect, and there were certain clients coming. So it just broke there and then itself. But even while I was getting ready for the party, I said, okay, maybe I'll just come have some juices and other stuff, and that's fine. That's fine, right? How hard it can be to avoid momos. But it is hard. When I say hard, it's extremely hard. I couldn't resist because I also was sitting with a friend who brought with their kids and they were enjoying and they were telling, Mama, they're very tasty. Auntie, would you like to try some? Kids are such a blessing now. I realized that. So this year resolution is already broken, but next year let's see what future holds for us. Maybe 2026 breaks my inconsistency and I become a more consistent person, so that whenever you ask me next what resolution have I broken in that next year, I have a good confident answer. No, Toastmaster. No, Toastmaster Prerna. I am a stronger person this year. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita. Hope I could also tell that I will not break my resolution, but I know I can do it because I'm a good one to do that. So I end up here and I would like to call Toastmaster of the Day back again. Over to the TMOD, Toastmaster Nikhil.
As soon as you called Toastmaster Nikhil, I actually muted him, wondering why. Because how can we leave the table topic master without giving a topic to her? Toastmaster Prerna, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Toastmaster Prerna, if 2025 was a warning label, what warning would it show for you? If 2025 was a warning label, what warning it showed for you? Over to you.
Okay. Warning for all of us is something which makes us scary. So, yes, warning of 2025 would be just shut up. Because I speak a lot and I spoke a lot this year. So, if 2025 would give any warning, is just I'll mute you. And that's what I feel deep down. Even if God would listen me, he would have wondered to say, just shut up. Why are you speaking a lot? But that's how I could say. I'm made to speak. But yes, I am trying to be conservative, to be, you know, self-reserved. The 2026 resolution is to be self-reserved. I don't know how much I would be succeeded, but yes, because 2025 has given me the warning to mute myself, so I'm trying to mute myself. But let's see how much I would be succeeded in this. Thank you, and over to the TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prerna and Toastmaster Manvi, for conducting this table topic session. And so probably now you still have got some time, Toastmaster Prerna, in case you want to study. And but we will move forward, obviously. So anyone, before I start uh, with something else, anyone who would like to share about the experiences? We have so many people in the meeting. I would really appreciate if you could just contribute more to this session. Toastmaster Sankhya, Toastmaster Ronak, Toastmaster Yogita, Toastmaster Manvi. Yes, Toastmaster Manvi, please. Anything that you learned in 2025, and any experience that you would like to share with us?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. Even though what I learned is something that I already spoke in table topic, but one more thing that I learned, especially about from one incident was, I'll tell you what the lesson was, but before that, let me tell you a small thing about myself. I am someone who is scared of water, and I went to a place that too, and I even am scared of crowd. it makes me uncomfortable when I'm either in crowd or around water. And I have been to a place where both the things were together. Mahakumbh, where we took a dip in that holy river, and there was crowd all around. But something that it taught me was whatever scares you might have a very good experience. So instead of waiting and being there with your scary part, being there with fear, try doing it. I can help you with this specific thing wherein even if you try doing what scares you, you won't die. I am an example. I am live here and I tried both. I was there in crowd, I was underwater. So something that taught me this year was try doing what scares you, and there might be a situation wherein the fear you have might resolve for forever. Toastmaster Nigel, that was something that I learned this year.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manu. Also, I got to know from people who were there along with you in the Mahakumbh that although you are scared of water, but once you were in there in the river, it was so difficult to get you out of there. You were enjoying so much. So I got to know that as well. But another, I also went to Mahakumbh, and obviously, it was an amazing experience, something that I would cherish for the rest of my life. And I am myself very scared of water and not really comfortable in crowds. But and throughout my journey, I was very skeptical if I should go there. But as they say, when about the calling factor, so I believe in that a lot. And earlier I was planning to go there with my family, but then I ended up going there with my friends. And then later my family, no one else from my family managed to go there once the kind of what you call it, the restrictions were imposed. So I feel very lucky. You can call it again serendipity that I ended up being there. So I really believe in this calling factor. And again, Mahakumbh, then another very important moment that I had, and I want to share that is people believing in me with the presidency of this club. Obviously, it was a very big responsibility. So I call it the second job. First is my official job, and the second one that people trusted me with. And I honestly believe that I started on a very high note, and I had a lot of uh, tasks. I had a lot of aims that I had set to achieve. Not all of them got achieved, obviously, but whatever time I spent, leading this club, whatever contribution I could manage, I feel very. It was a very fulfilling journey, is what I want to share, and an experience that I believe all of us, if haven't had already, we should try to get that experience, not just about presidency, but being in the executive committee of the club. At least it's very different experience. You get to learn so much about yourself, is what I have realized, and all those who have had that experience will agree. So whenever you get chance, you should be a part of an executive committee and learn how to lead a club in the particular role that you have taken up. So that was another interesting aspect of this year. Uh, Anyone else who would like to share? Otherwise, we can move to our general evaluator for the evaluation section. Yes, Toastmaster Prerna.
So, if like everyone was talking about their Mahakumbh experience, I would like to share mine. Everyone came to Prayagraj, and I'm living in Prayagraj. So, where everyone came to take just a bath of holy river Ganga, I was struggling to just get out of my hostel gate. For 2 months, we had a long vacation for the first time, and I was not able to go my own home. And my parents came to visit the holy river Ganga, and they were just 10 kilometers away from me, but they didn't meet me. That was a thing when I said, why is this happening here, and why did I came to this place to study? But other than that, I had much things to learn. And the best part of my that Kumbh journey was my exam just got cancelled 1 hour before we could go and write our exams. It was just a day where we reached to our centers and we were sitting there to just enter the classroom, and we got a message that the exam is being postponed. Now, traveling to 28 kilometers for just giving your exam, and suddenly your phone pops up that the exam is cancelled, and you struggled a lot to go to that center. That was the worst thing I could say. And I'm feeling like tomorrow is also something same would be happening, because uh, our examination forms has been extended to 29th of December, and 29th of December is our first examination. So how would it be possible? I don't know. And the second and the most happening thing I could say is that I went to other cities without my parents. That was the first time when I traveled without my parents all alone. And that was because of Toastmasters, where I went to Lucknow and Kanpur. But yes, there was something where I felt responsible, not only towards myself, but towards someone who was there with me, whether it was the executive committee or the members, the friends of mine. So, some kind of responsibility I felt in myself that yes, I'm responsible too. And the third thing is my talkativeness, which I want to reduce. So, for sure, in 2026, I would be working on that. Over to Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prerna, for sharing your experiences, and good luck to achieving the targets that you have set for 2026. With that, I would like to move ahead to our general evaluator and would request Toastmaster Aditi to please take up the stage and share your reports along with your tech team. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditi.
Hello everyone again. It was a wonderful meeting and a very interacting session. So before I give my report, I would like to call the timer of the day to present his report.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Aditi.
Yes, Manavi ma'am.
Can we call the speech evaluators first before calling the tag team? You are muted, journal evaluator.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, my bad. So before calling our tag teams, I would like to call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Yogita, for evaluating Toastmaster Yashika.
Good evening, once again. There's a saying, leadership is not a position, it's a process. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Yashika, took us along a process through a speech titled Archipelago, Building a Leadership Lab. Right from the title, there was curiosity. It felt like a journey of islands connected by vision, a very creative hook for a leadership topic. Most of the times we have seen leadership speeches to be very informational and boring, but this one was interesting. What I appreciated most, one, the clarity of a plan. She didn't just speak in concepts, she shared how she implemented it. For example, when she brought in associates and gave them trainings, she built a structure that not only supported the present but also laid the foundation for an upcoming team. That shows foresightedness, a core leadership trait. I'm sure many of you would relate to it. Second, her conversational tone. It truly felt like we were sitting with a friend and we were all learning from her experience. This made the message more relatable, and the questions she asked at last, certain rhetorical questions which she asked, that really helped to maintain the audience engagement, because most of the times in such speeches, audience start losing interest. Three, her initiative to experiment. Even the idea of a leadership lab is fresh and innovative. It reflects ownership, and that is what is most inspiring to forthcoming leaders or the leaders who have been there in the XCOM. Now, a few recommendations from my end, which I think could accelerate her impact. First is eye contact. A couple of times I noticed she was looking up, maybe trying to recollect points, or maybe I don't know, but that broke audience connection. A tip here would be to use bullet prompts instead of full sentences on notes. You can keep notes in your hands so that you can recall more smoothly and your eyes stay with us. Whenever you're delivering a speech on an online setup, please make sure you are looking towards the camera, the dot, and that is when you mark an eye contact with the audience. Second, although I admire the casual tone, occasionally addressing the group as Toastmasters instead of guys would bring in more warmth and respect for the entire room. See, people, we have to understand. We are meeting in a sort of a semi formal setup. I wouldn't say formal, I wouldn't say informal, it's a semi formal. But you're delivering a speech on leadership. It's a small shift, but in leadership, small shifts amplify presence. So, guys, it looks too casual. Third, she delivered the speech sitting. That does limit her body language, gestures, and leadership persona. Standing, if and when possible, will give her space to own the stage, and that will bring her confidence visually forward. In conclusion, what we saw today was not only a report, but a reflection of somebody who has built something, building something, and learning as she goes and taking people along. I enjoyed listening, and I'm excited to see how her archipelago, sorry, my bad, how her archipelago of leadership islands becomes a continent of impact for the future people. That's it from my end. I wish her all the best. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yogita, for such a wonderful evaluation. Now, I would like to call our second evaluator for evaluating Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Aditi. So, good evening, everyone, again. And as a evaluator, it gives me a very great pleasure to evaluate Toastmaster Sanjeev, who delivered a speech on uh, title alignments of thoughts, and it was very uh, the speech was very amazing. He begins his speech with a question which immediately grabbed the audience attention. His use of pauses was effective and helped the audience connect better with his message. And other than this, the speech was very structured and easy to understand. The content was very relatable and well structured, making it easy to follow from the beginning to the end. His body language was confident and natural, which added strength to his delivery. Overall, he spoke very clearly and confident, and the message came across strongly. And for the recommendation, for the area of improvement, I don't think there is anything to say, but it was very amazing. So it was my whole report. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you. So, now I would like to call our tag team. First, I would like to call our timer for the timing report.
So again, I am a timer. So I would like to share my screen for the timer report. So it is the whole report as we see Toastmaster Yashika. For the prepared speaker, Toastmaster Yashika has spoken for 5 minutes 30 seconds, and Toastmaster Sanjeev if speak 5 minutes 40 seconds, and both are qualified. And for the table topic session, Toastmaster Suraj has spoke 1 minute 57 second. Toastmaster Anushka spoke 1 minute 38 second. Toastmaster Nikhil spoke the 2 minutes and 28 second, and Toastmaster Manvi spoke 3 minute 31 second, and guest Akansha spoke 48 second, and Toastmaster Yogita and spoke 2 minutes 10 second, and Toastmaster Prerna takes 1.1 minutes and 12 second, and all are qualified other than Toastmaster Manvi. And for the evaluation, Toastmaster Yogita has spoke for 2 minutes and 10 second, and Toastmaster Ronak, spoke 1 minute and 1 minute and 30 seconds. So this is all my report. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Now I would like to call Toastmaster Manvi, who is the R counter for today's meeting, for her report.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As I mentioned, I'll be keeping a note of all the R's, and fillers that we might have spoken while we were speaking on stage, may it be in roles or in speeches. So, starting from the very starting, Toastmaster Suraj had 4 hours, so being the presiding officer, Toastmaster Nikhil has 7 hours, 7+ hours, and there was one filler word that was repeated again and again. That was so. Being the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil again had 7+ hours, and while he was delivering the while he was doing the TMOD role, the major filler word that was repeated was and that was repeated 7+ times. Coming to the general evaluator, while she was delivering the introduction, used to ask timer Toastmaster Ronak while delivering the introduction as 1 hour. I am not sure about how many hours I did, but I noticed one thing that I repeat so while I was introducing the counter role. Coming to the grammarian introduction, Anushka had 2 hours and two words that were repeated. That was and so. So was repeated thrice in the introduction only. Coming to the speakers, Toastmaster Yashika had 2 hours and was repeated thrice. Toastmaster Sanjeev was very good with hours and ums count because there was none during the speech, but the filler that was repeated again and again was so and like. Coming to the table topic session, Toastmaster Prerna while in the whole session, I would say, had only 4 hours, and that is commendable because that role actually needs a lot of impromptu speaking, wherein the ahas and ums are actually very much. Coming to the table topic speakers, the counts are all there on your screen along with the filler words. I request everyone to please note down their own counts. I won't be repeating this again now. Coming to the evaluation session, we had 2 evaluators, Toastmaster Yogita, who used 2 hours, and maybe word was repeated more than 2 times. Along with that, Toastmaster Ronak was one of the evaluator who had 5+ hours, used 2 short pauses, and that was all from my side being the counter. The stage is all yours, Toastmaster General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, for such a wonderful report. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Anushka for the grammarian report.
Okay, let me share my screen. Thank you, Toastmaster Aditi. So let's see. I think starting with the word of the day, let's start with the word and phrase of the day. I don't think anyone used it except for Nikhil. He used it twice, so that's commendable. However, I do understand that this is not an easy word to use and not a lot of chance to use it as well. Now, good usages. I was listening to you guys very closely. However, there were probably some good words that you used that I didn't listen to. Some good words were Herculean, cross-pollination, caliber, and some good usage of phrases many a times, roller coaster ride. Now, coming to area of improvement, the I was just actually looking it up, like how to make it simpler for people to not mistakes while they use the. I do make a lot of mistakes with the as well. It's a funny article. One thing you can think of is when you're talking about the, like when you're going to use the article the, think about, is this a unique thing, like the moon, the sun? And you should actually look it up for yourself, because I believe if you use articles properly, it will improve the way you speak drastically. So at least rule of thumb is, if you're using the, think of it as, did you refer to this before? So you can say the book only if you've referred to the book before. Is it unique? Think of these things first, and as you get better, you can start looking at specific things that you should use the for. Then a and one. Don't use both. I'm not sure who used it, and I'm obviously not going to point it out, but there was a misuse here. A already just means one. You don't have to use both. Now, again, basically actually is a filler word that we use a lot, and everyone does. I don't think we can actually get rid of this word from our vocabulary. It's so important. We all talk this way. However, try to not use this as much as you do. Actually, and basically are supposed to be used for specific situations. You don't start a sentence with basically. And why not? Because when you're saying basically, you're trying to take an advanced idea and simplify it. So if I tell you guys something that is hard to understand, and then I say basically it means this, that is a good usage. But you don't start like basically, because you didn't explain something that was difficult to comprehend. Same goes for actually. People just throw it around a lot, and I'm people. Actually is used when you're contrasting something, when you're saying actually, like actually in contrast, like that didn't happen. So think about it a little. I think we are here in Toastmasters. We are improving our speaking skills, and having good vocabulary, good grammar is a huge, huge part of it. Because just being confident, going on the stage and saying whatever is not good enough. It's just all hat and no cattle. So please try to work on these things, and it will improve your speech drastically. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nushka. So now, coming upon my report, the first thing is the meeting started late, but it's not that much late, so it's okay. We started at 4:11. That's great. Now, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil, started well with a question that made the audience connected and and made interest among us. He also introduced and connected with the guest. That was also commendable. Now, uh, now I would tell about the first speaker, Toastmaster Yashika. She has given a wonderful speech. As Toastmaster Yogita already said that the eye contact was missing sometimes, and she would have stand just like the Toastmaster Sanjeev, so that we can see her expressions and body language as well. That makes a speech interactive. Overall, the speech was wonderful and very connecting. Now coming to Toastmaster Yogita, her evaluation is wonderful. Great job. Now, the second Toastmaster, you have also given a great evaluation, but you should have introduced the part in the starting when you are calling the speaker. Overall the evaluation is wonderful. Toastmaster Sanjeev. Toastmaster Sanjeev also started with a question, which is a good initiative and has a great eye contact. He has also used very great pauses in his speech, which gives the audience the time to think about the speech and also gives him confidence. He has also used some Sanskrit words, mansa, vacha, karmana, great initiative. Now, Toastmaster Prenya, uh, for the table topic session, kudos to you, Toastmaster Prerna. She has taken up the role very immediately. Great work, and she has choose the topic related to the theme and which is connecting to everybody. Great. But one thing that is not very good is, except Nikhil, no one used the word of the day, that is serendipity. So I encourage all of you to please use the word of the day and phrase of the day. And it was a great session, and meeting such inspiring speakers today was a moment of serendipity for me, as it is not planned, and it's my first time as a general evaluator. So I I will even evaluate myself. I have made mistakes a lot of times, and I think I have used the filler words also. So we'll definitely work on it. And thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, requesting all the members to please give a big round of applause to Madam General Evaluator and her team of evaluators and her tag team as well. So thank you so much to all the role players, and just want to check our with Toastmaster Manvi if we have we can launch the polls.
Polls are visible. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rana. You can just scroll the poll down. I have added all the pollings in one go only. So I'll request you to please scroll it down once. Toastmaster Nikhil, are you there? I believe as soon as I launched the poll, Nikhil's phone actually froze and he now rejoined. Toastmaster Nikhil, can you hear me?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. The stage is all yours.
Okay, so sorry, I got dropped. Uh, Toastmaster Manvi, do we have the polls?
I have already launched that poll and I'll be collating the results. In the meantime, maybe you can continue.
Okay. Thank you so much. Just wanted to check that. That brings us to the conclusion of today's theme. And although still, we all have so much to share that it's not possible to to share everything in when you're limited amount of time. But really appreciate all those who came forward and shared their experiences. As I said, I have had a great year and full of learning, full of challenges. But at the same time, uh, every time I came across a challenge, I had someone, maybe I can say that eventually I found someone who helped me come out of it. And I can speak for myself that uh, I have grown a lot in this year. And at the same time, there are a lot of challenges waiting in 2026. At the same time, I believe a lot of good things are waiting in 2026 for all of us. And one last time, I would like if anyone want to share before we close uh, the meeting for today, and if anyone who would like to share their experiences. Toastmaster Anushka, yes, please.
Actually, I don't want to share my experience. I just want to say something to our guest, Akansha.
Yes,
I
please.
Yeah, I think it's very brave to come on Toastmaster, first of all. And you share that you want to start this journey of self-prioritizing yourself. It's such a good way to start. Even if you don't join it, this is not me pushing you to join Toastmaster. This is not an agenda. However, I think I understand this, like, especially in your 20s, you go through this like prioritization thing. Like, you have to prioritize yourself and you feel selfish because there's so many people who need your help as you're growing older, your parents are getting older, everyone around you, right? So it's so important to prioritize yourself and put in everything in yourself because that's how you can help others. And Toastmaster is a really good way to like talk to like-minded people who are on this journey to better themselves. So really nice of you to show up here, and I hope you had a nice time and enjoyed this little group of ours.
Thank you, Anushka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka. Actually, I wanted to, highlight that myself, but it makes a lot more sense when it comes from you, who is one of the latest additions to Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. So I mean, uh, you are the very you are the perfect person to share your experience because you have been there very recently, and that is what I was telling Akansha over chat that we all get nervous. We all have started at some point of time, and we all have been through that jittery moment when we are not able to find the right words, especially during the table topic session. But it's all about trying, and kudos to you, Akansha, that you took up the stage and took that first step. So as I said, that's just one more experience to add to your list of 2025, and from here it's always upwards. So kudos to you. And with that, we have already launched the polls, requesting you all to cast your votes, and at the same time, okay, so we have the results as well. Starting with best speakers. So we had two speakers today, Toastmaster Yashika and Toastmaster Sanjeev. And the award for best speaker goes to Toastmaster Sanjeev Pathak. Can we please have an applause for Toastmaster Sanjeev? Toastmaster Sanjeev is here. Can you please switch on a camera, Toastmaster Sanjeev, so we can take a quick snapshot? Uh, Toastmaster Sanjeev. I think he is not in the meeting room. So moving forward, we have the best evaluator. We had two evaluators as well, Toastmaster Ronak and Toastmaster Yogita. And the award goes to Toastmaster Yogita. Can we please have an applause for Toastmaster Yogita? And if we could have you on camera, Toastmaster Yogita.
Thank you, everyone. But it wouldn't be possible for me to come on camera, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita. And next up, we have best table topic speaker. And the award goes to Toastmaster Akansha. Oh, guest Akansha couldn't have ended on a better note this meeting. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I'm saying thank you. Toastmaster Akansha. Really happy to see that you have won the best table topic speaker for today's meeting. And can we please have Toastmaster guest Akansha on? So can we please pin her? Yes. Okay. So I'll just take a quick
Thank you,
snapshot.
everyone.
Yeah, it's done. Thank you to guest Akansha. And next up, we have best auxiliary role player, that is best eagle eye role player. And the award goes to Toastmaster Ronak, timer Toastmaster Ronak, to be specific. Toastmaster Ronak.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, just take a quick snapshot. Please hold on. Yeah, it's done. And next up, we have the best role player for today's meeting. the Lionheart role of today's meeting, and it goes to myself, Toastmaster Nikhil. Thank you so much to everyone. So that brings us to the end of the recognition segment of this meeting, and thank you so much for in the capacity of the president and presiding officer for today's meeting. I would like to thank all the people present here in this meeting. So this eventually goes down as my last meeting as the president of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, and I extend my heartfelt thank you to all of you to make this happen, to contribute in your respective capacities, performing your roles to utmost effectiveness, especially those who took up their roles at the very end moment. Thank you so much for helping us conduct this meeting in a structured manner. Toastmaster Ronak, Toastmaster Aditi, Toastmaster Prerna, Toastmaster Yashika, she's not here, Toastmaster Aditi, Toastmaster Sanjeev, all those who came from different clubs to make this meeting happen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka, and Toastmaster Manvi, Toastmaster Sankhya, everyone present in this meeting, and guest Akansha. Thank you so much for being present in this meeting and helping us conduct this meeting in such a nice manner. So just want to get back to you, guest Akansha, once again before we close for today. Just wanted to know how has been your experience, any feedback that you would like to share with us.
That is the very unique experience today, and I am looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the time, and it was very unique for me.
Thank you so much, guest Akansha, and we really had a great time having you here, and we look forward to have you with us in our meetings more often. And every Sunday we are here 4 to 6 p.m. So please feel free to join us. In case anyone else has something to share, otherwise we can, you know, close this meeting officially. Anyone else want to share anything? Maybe Toastmaster Ronak, Toastmaster Aditi, if you want to share your feedback. Toastmaster Sanjeev, in case you want to share any feedback, any what kind of experience you had today with us, please feel free to unmute
Yes, sir.
yourself.
Hello everyone. So it was very grateful time to attend this meeting, and actually today it was my first chance to be a evaluator, and also it was the first time like I have taken two roles together, and it was like very drastic thing. So it was very amazing. I enjoyed very well, and everything was very amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ronak, and you did a great job. And thank you so much for taking up multiple roles, and you did a great job. Thank you so much. So Suraj is not in the meeting, so in the capacity of Sergeant at Arms, in the absence of Sergeant at Arms, I will be closing this meeting officially. See you all again on next Sunday, and we can stop the recording now. Thank you so much, everyone.